here's a thread from OKC Span. The Criminal Justice Advisory Council, CJAC, is back to meeting in person. They're meeting at our mostly empty convention center that we spent $300 million building. So they get to overlook the swanky pool at the Omni Hotel. And, there wasn't a whole lot in this thread that I would say is that critical. I think my takeaway from it is just, after last year, after the protests, after COVID, it's just sad to see us back on this sort of slow plod. They're talking about rehabbing the jail, building an annex, or even building a whole new jail. So, I mean, it's very much back in the let's analyze this forever phase. So, they're hiring an architect, and they're going to, talk about it and get some options and then go through this whole rigmarole. I don't know. I mean, it's just... when the Thunder needed $120 million to upgrade their club seats at the Chesapeake Arena, they fucking sent Sam Presti to go wine and dine and meet and greet with all of the city councilors they needed the votes from. And they got $120 million, and at some point in the very near future, they're going to redo the club level of the Chesapeake Arena. I doubt very seriously they contracted an architect, did all this bullshit, fucking danced around. So it's like Clay Bennett. If that is how you got your renovation done for the fucking club level of the Chesapeake Arena, just do the same fucking thing for the fucking jail. I don't get it. Why do we do this, giant dog and pony show that's gonna fail? Because, nobody's gonna be happy with any option you come up with because it's about political will and not about, what color the tile's going to be in the fucking lobby of the county jail. It's just approach it the same way. Put your pieces on the table, figure out how you're going to push the people with power to do what you need to do, and fucking do it. I don't know. It's just, the whole process just exhausts me. And at any point, they could use existing money they've got. I mean, there was one actually thing buried in here that I found pretty interesting. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, it was right there. Okay. So what is interesting to me about that, and now I just exited away from it, is that this was an idea that I really tried to put out to them a long time ago, was one of their team members, Leslie Batchelor, of the Center for Economic Development Law. So this is a basically deeply connected law firm in Oklahoma City that writes TIFs for all over the state. So these are this is their grift, is they run around and go to cities and say, hey, you all want some free money? We'll tell you how to do it. Pay us a huge ass fee, and now we'll tell you how to get free money. It's not free. TIFs are tax deferments of property tax, so it costs our schools and other organizations money down the road. And they have this whole but-for argument that is why we should do it. Because but for this tax incentive, the development won't happen. Well, guess what? I can think of a no stronger but-for argument than the goddamn fixing the county jail. Because nobody wants to do it, and you have to bypass the traditional political process because there's no actual political will to do it. So anyway... I think it's kind of interesting that she's there because she could actually help bypass folks. But my thing is, I don't want them to create a new TIF. I want them to use existing TIFs that are already in downtown Oklahoma City and just pull the money out of it and put it towards a cause that actually helps people that need it and not millionaire developers. But anyway, that's my take on that.
Yeah, you answered your own question when you spoke about how they can get some club level seats after Presti ordered some shots of tequila with with elected officials, but fixing the county jail that costs millions just in right to the city. Motherfuckers is coming to Thunder games if the team is good, regardless of the seats. the quality of the club level seating, but apparently that's more a priority than human beings.
Yep.
And that's what it gets to, like full stop. If you talk about political will, it's less about political will and just human will. If the people on CJAC are powerful enough, if they wanted this to happen, if they were really concerned about getting it done expeditiously, they could. Full stop. Right? If it's something you don't care about, timing is not of the essence. You can go get a consultant. Well, let's see what the consultant says about where we should get the money from. Well, let's see what the architects say about where we should put the money. Let's see what the other consultants say about. Right? It's. So I don't like. In terms of, I don't think they're purposefully slowing this. I don't think they give a fuck enough to expedite it. Right? Like, because this is how like grifters make their money. You find some, like, if people are not concerned with speed, etc., you just build them to death as a consultant, finding problems that don't exist, and that's the fucking business model.
Yeah.
And that's what we're getting. Like, we simply don't have a empathetic board of individuals who say this is what it is, and what it is a human rights travesty. Yep. And if you call it a human rights travesty, then time is of the essence to fix that, right? If you see what's happening in the Oklahoma County Jail, I don't believe any reasonable person can come to the conclusion that human beings should live like that, should be forced to live like that. Once you get to that basic understanding, human beings should not be forced to live like that. We must fix it immediately. Consultants be damned, right? As far as room for error, if you just fix some, there's no room for error. You just gotta fix some shit. Some of the stuff, like maybe you need to involve architects, etc. Some of this stuff you can just fix with the will to do it and finding the money to it, which also comes from that will to make and building a city facility, county facility, less torturous of other human beings. But that gets back to our ultimate level question of humanity as to, do you respect, acknowledge, value, appreciate the humanity of those people? They don't. And that's all, and that's what it comes down to. They don't go to the county jail. People they know don't go to the county jail. If like the one person that they go golf with accidentally get a DUI, he'll be out of that county jail in 45 minutes. Like, they don't have to deal with that issue. So it doesn't matter to them. And when it doesn't matter, you can slow play it, you can hire the consultants, because you don't recognize humanity suffer through those conditions.
I just don't know why you want to spend your time meeting and talking about it to be this powerless, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I mean, I feel that way about like lots of meetings, like where it's like, I mean, if we're just meeting to meet about this and talk about it and bitch about it, like, why? Like,
this could have been an email.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Like somebody come up with a plan, tell us who we need to knock over to get this deal done, and let's go do it. You know, like, I don't want to just meet to meet about it. Or if we do, then just go do that on your own time. Like, we have a problem to solve. I mean, and that was, I mean, to tie this to something else, like to broader city policy, is like, this is a public safety issue. Like, people are not safe in that jail because of that jail. I mean, like, so it's like, this is a huge public safety issue. And if you poll the people, would you rather have nicer club level seats at the Chesapeake Arena for the Thunder, or would you rather have more public safety options for people who have addiction, mental health, you know, whatever issues? Promise you, the public safety one's gonna poll a whole lot higher.